You're not as free as you think. You are obedient as you've been trained to be. People think that we obey out of fear. We are obedient out of identity. And people confuse safety with self, and this is a big problem. The real horror that happens here is the part of you that begins to obey, gets trained to be hyper obedient, isn't you at all in the first place. It is a ritual, and it is one that you never signed up for. And it's a ritual that you still perform daily. Obedience being a survival code. People think it's a mindset or a decision that we make, but it is a survival reflex. So your nervous system is literally running software that is at least 200,000 years old. And that software says exile equals death. This is why you feel genuine physical pain when somebody disapproves of you. Obedience shows up way before choice. Your mitochondria reduce energy when you get rejected. That means becoming compliant is efficiency, is biological efficiency. If I'm compliant, that means my cells can make more energy, I can avoid conflict, then I keep myself safe. But I think this also kills off a lot of truth, a lot of personal power, and a lot of your soul. They weren't evil, they were just obedient. Permission bypasses conscience. And that's what happens every time that you stay quiet to keep the peace. You call it in your head, you'll call it a strategy, but it's a ritual. There is a 5-step obedience ritual that humans engage in. So step 1 is fear of rejection. You learned very early that love was conditional. Appreciation, affection was all conditional. So the fear of rejection becomes the altar of a church for you. And then step 2 is silencing of the self. And this is the prayer of this ritual. You're silencing all the things that are real. And these are not just, I hate that guy. These are like, I'm feeling insecure right now, or I'm lonely. So we silence truth to keep some kind of belonging. And then we have the third part, which is called external referencing. This is the scripture of this religion, this ritual. It's always, what do all of them think about me? How am I being perceived? This becomes gospel. This becomes the repetitive phrase in the head. How am I being perceived? And step 4 of this obedience ritual is image management. Let's call these the robes. These are the robes that you're wearing in this ritual, in this religion. You put on a face so people won't see some kind of a rebellion or some kind of an insecure person or a wounded person that are underneath. We're managing the image, which naturally leads to the next step, which is behavioral conformity, which is step 5. And if this is a religion, this is your offering. This is the offering that you make. You're sacrificing authenticity for some kind of acceptance. Obedience is identity theft. We start mistaking a bunch of trauma for personality. The version of you who says yes when it should be screaming, no, I don't want to do that, that's not you. That is your conditioning. You're not really disobedient yet. You're just creative in how you comply. Not being obedient is about not breaking the rules. It's about being in a walking trance all the time. Interrupt the ritual itself. And you could do this with just one question on repeat in your head. It's like, what the hell am I afraid is going to happen if I were truly honest right now? So truth becomes a little act of micro defiance. Your nervous system has to feel that you survived disobedience. The moment that your nervous system feels we made it through that and nothing happened, we didn't die, say no when you would normally smile at somebody and try to please them. Stay completely still when the urge to perform for people is begging to come out. The urge to come out and be artificial, just be still and enjoy yourself instead of being in front of your eyes. Obedience is a ritual of the nervous system. It is absolutely a ritual, but you don't have to be a priest and you don't have to be a follower. And what you think is your personality, you're calling it your personality, is probably your defense system wearing a little sticky name tag. You weren't born to be compliant and behave and sit still and shut up and speak when spoken to and shrink yourself so other people feel comfortable. You were born to just be, and you were born to become. We get taught to kneel early in life, but I think the absolute way that rebellion truly happens is remembering that you stood up and nothing happened. Nothing will happen. And getting that one piece of proof inside of your neurology will drastically change. It's going to shift your worldview. If you think about any change that you want to make in your life, it is a byproduct of shifting your world view, how you view the world.